What's going on, everyone? We gotta we gotta start this stream now because wait, subscribe to earn Duolingo drops. Oh my god. We gotta start the stream now because the crash is starting. The caffeine crash is starting. Okay. We're gonna work on the thermal radiation shader today, and I think that with all of this stuff of the stuff we're trying to add in the game, the signs for it like not existing at all. I think our solution is generally going to have to be to kind of like make up some bullshit here and there, but like here, just a healthy amount, healthy balance, only so much, so that it still feels plausible. It's a matter of the tactileness. I want a player to be able to go into the game with some preconceived knowledge of chemical interactions and have that respond and have them be able to act on that. And I also want the mechanics to be learnable and the responses to be learnable, so you can kind of also develop a skill set that way. But yeah, I think there's an interesting conversation to be had about the relationship between like real life analogs in games and like how they are more or less satisfying to engage with from a gameplay perspective. Like what causes, psychologically speaking, the like thumbstick controls in like Skate 3? Because Skate 4, we don't talk about Skate 4. It doesn't deserve to be addressed as a thing that exists. What is like the difference between that kind of gameplay, that like very responsive, physics-based, visceral, interfacey kind of stuff, and like a game maybe like an RTS where you're just clicking buttons and like managing your empire or whatever. Like those are two different kinds of things. I wonder what the difference is there in terms of how fun they are to engage with. But I do want the system to be somewhat physically plausible. So just have it be completely made up. Like, oh, red plus green equals yellow, and you get the yellow particle now, or something like that. It's got to be some kind of rhyme and reason, some sort of basis. I can't explain exactly why, but intuitively I know it. Okay, there's two immediate challenges, if I remember correctly. The first one is, well, actually, I guess there's really one challenge, which is determining the color of the thermal radiation as the temperature increases, but with the density, with a gas. So, how much does it affect the gas? It shouldn't be that much, really, in general. Remember last time you were gonna like do something with the density. We're going to figure it out today. Time to figure it out. I'm not sure if I'm tired or not yet. I'm not sure if I'm tired or not right now. If I'm tired, then I'm very tired. If I'm not tired, then I'm like feeling, or I think I'm tired. I think part of me is tired, but then I also have like a growth mindset, which is allowing me to overcome my tired. No, I also have caffeine. I also have stimulants in my system. So, we're gonna freaking do this, okay? This is transhumanism, all right? You must become dependent on stimulants, or else you are committing a philosophical crime, which is a thing, which is a real thing. Where is my shader? Damn it. Oh, also, guys, I've been on my Roblox grind set, okay? There's nothing I aspire to more than to have my understanding of culture be defined on the Roblox platform. I want my brain to conform to the social atmosphere of Roblox. I can't wait. I can't wait to engage with that as a developer. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to see me start wearing some more Minecraft shirts pretty soon. Okay? It's going to happen. Okay, we need to, like, actually do things. Shader. We use the power of searching. I'm actually enjoying working on this, but also, like, you know, logistic. Where the hell is the shader? I looked for 2 milliseconds and I didn't see it. I'd rather just, like, ramble for 2 hours straight today, guys. I don't know. I'd rather just, like, not do this exact thing. Okay. Connection. No, that's for the UI. Oh my god. You know what? I think after a certain point, caffeine kind of just hurts your ability to focus. But you know what? I'm accessing the neurons. Okay. I've turned on focus mode. All right. Visualization. The folder we all love. Also, I was having some problems with my mouse wheel, but it seems to have fixed itself, so that's cool. There was probably some debris in the mouse scroll wheel, which I want to figure out how to get in there so I don't have to wait for it to just do whatever. I guess I got kind of lucky. All right. Chemical particle shader. Chemical utils. I think it's in here. I think it's going to be in here. Yeah. What? Sample volume appearance. That's the appearance. Didn't we have somewhere where we were writing? Oh, is it in volume? It might be in volume. What? Oh, that's not right. Yeah, that's an old shader. Oh, we're doing it on the CPU. I forgot we were doing it on this. Yeah, here we go. Visualize instance system. Okay. So, we're gonna use a beautiful feature. All right, invented by a very smart person. It's called a script resource. And basically what you can do is you can say like, oh, I want to attach a resource reference to a script in a way that doesn't suck ass. How do I do that? You make a static variable, okay, and you call it the name. We're going to call this, oh shit, what's the term for it? What's the term? Thermal? I know it's thermal radiation, but there's like multiple kinds. Some nerd invented all this stuff. A really cool nerd. A nerd that's cool. Electromagnetic radiation emitted by the thermal motion, I'm reading Wikipedia, of articles in matter, all matter with the temperature greater than absolute zero emits thermal rate. Okay. Thermal radiation invisible. Oh, there is a specific, it's like, incandescence, right? That's the specific kind. Incandescence. Let me confirm that, though. Why am I getting definitions in French? Okay, incandescence Wikipedia. I don't have my VPN on. Why does Brave browser think I'm French? Is it testing me? The visible glow is called incandescent. Is it? Because I'm really only seeing this specific article mention it. Heat radiation redirects here, not to be confused with heat rays. Incandescence redirects here. Okay. At room temperature, most of the emission is in the infrared spectrum, though above around 525 degrees Celsius, enough of it becomes visible for the matter to visibly glow. This visible glow is called incandescence. Okay, I'm just trying to differentiate it. I'm trying to differentiate it from like blue fire, you know, when the particles, the little dots, the little dipping dots in the system become hot enough, they like the electrons go like whoa in such a way that basically causes certain colors to be emitted as light. I don't know if that's called the same thing or not. Didn't we already have names for these kinds of variables somewhere? Thought we might have. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Very sad. All right, we're going to call this static variable incandescence. Incandescence. Of course, right? Because, yes. Thank you, English. All right. Incandescence color ramp. It's going to be a script resource. Okay. I don't want the references. It's funny, this is actually not an export variable, but it still, like, basically functions as one. Where is it? Where is the thing? Maybe I have to implement something here. Okay, now it works. Incandescence color ramp. Right, and we can't make one directly in here. That is somewhat of a limitation, I'd say. I wonder if there's a way I could, like, circumvent that. Also, we gotta like initialize it. Let me think about this for a second. Let me go to the breath emitter. I think utilizes one of them. Okay. Never mind. Chemical particles. I love you. Thank you. Shader script resource. Okay. So we're specifying the type. No, we're not. We're specifying the script. And we're specifying the shader that goes with it. Hold on. Godot. Annotations. Guys, we might pivot a little bit here. We might pivot. Might do a moderate pivot. Words. Annotations. Going to make a moderate pivot, guys. Moderate pigeon. Makes sense? Good. There's a fancy annotation. It does a thing. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. This is a fake list. Maybe not. I'm going back in. Annotations. Why are you only listing like two of them? Oh. GD script class reference. Of course, of course. Annotations. Okay. Export category, export color, no alpha, export custom. Export custom. Now guys, this is the one. This is the one. No validation done in GD script. Guys, this is, wait. This was made for us. Wait, I don't know if I can I do that on a static variable? Let me just test out the syntax, like export custom, property hints, resource type. Can I export a static variable? That might be OP if I could do that. This is gonna be gradient. No. No. Um. What if we circumvent? So, never tried this before. Export custom. I mean, okay, I don't want to have to like go through the property hint. Hold on. Export custom. Whoa. No. Okay. Property hints. So, okay, the point of this is basically so you can customize the hint string. The point of this enum. So we're gonna use property hint none. Wait. Okay, no. Hint string. Nothing. Ah, that's unfortunate. Cannot be applied to a static variable. How else can we do this? We could put something in the name, I suppose. Would this even work in the first place? Because how would it get initialized? I'm thinking of things. Maybe some sort of static initialization function. Okay, that could work. That could work. I think. Yes. Yes. I'm just right now I'm just trying to cut down on the amount of syntax and ideally be able to specify the type here. All right, well it's I mean we can't use export export annotations on a static variable for some reason. Rigged. Wait, what is this? Export tool button. A callable property is a clickable button with the label. When the button is pressed, the callable is called. That's kind of OP. This is kind of what I was mentioning the other day. This is what I was asking Godot to do. Is there anything that isn't export? There's icon. There's @on ready. It's probably gonna like enforce whatever syntax stuff. tool script. Warning ignore. I don't want to have to do that every time, though. Okay. We are screwed. Could have used an array. No. No, that wouldn't work. If we use a type specifier, does it have to be an instance of that type? I feel like it probably does. Yeah, at which point you might as well just do something like this. Well, no, I mean, this is also like an initialization thing. I'd like to shorten the initialization for this, and I would like to give it a type specifier if possible. When we use the as whatever thing, how does that work? I don't know if we'd be able to infer the type from that, even if I could make it work. Like this and this, we probably don't have to do this. If we can do one static initialization that references all static instances for other classes and specifies these sorts of things, we wouldn't have to do this. I really want to be able to specify the type, though. Okay, we could refactor that later. We could do it later. I really want to figure out how to get type specificity for this. Again, I could adjust the name. Okay. Godot. Add meta programming features. Wait. There's no macros in GDScript. Not even necessarily like a macro attribute, something like C# attributes. Please add C# attributes so I can do anything. Please, okay? Michael Godot. We need this. Alright, okay. I get one. These are the rules. I get one token, one add this to Godot token in my lifetime for one major feature I want to contribute to Godot, but like not do it myself. Have someone else do it for me. The major, well, I wonder how I could. Maybe I could try adding some sort of implementation for that and like proposing it to them. Holy crap, you can like actually change things when it's open source. Do they do that? I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't like permit it. Maybe I could try that. But back to the stupid example. I get one token I can cash in my life for a feature that someone adds for me. This is it. All right. Annotations in GDScript. C# has them, and you can use C# in GDScript, or you can use C# in Godot. I don't know if they function in C#, but like that'd be cool. Wait. Okay, I did call them attributes. I wasn't sure if I was accidentally calling them annotations. No, attributes is what I mean. In fact, if you added attributes, they could probably replace the annotations. Or you could kind of rework attributes to function as annotations. You know what? Yeah, you could just add like a little syntactic element. Like maybe Here, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Literally just something like that. And then you can do like whatever parameters you want or something. I don't know. Something. Maybe some way to specify like templates you can use, like some sort of object-oriented thing there. But besides that, you can just do something like this, okay? A real custom annotation. And that can be like the GDScript version. Please hire me, GDScript. Is it possible to be financially stable whilst contributing to the Godot engine in that way? Question mark. Okay, you know, guys, I'd rather just sit here and mess around with this protractor. That's what these are called, right? For 2 hours. Guys, you know. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to be insane. Control C. Here we go. Control V. Boom. This is so stupid that we have to do this. This is like, I hate this. This part right here, the constructor. Like, it should just be this. All right, that's beautiful. This is terrible. I'm going to rip my eyes out. Okay. That being said, we do have it now. Although, we have to actually specify the thing. So, I'm going to make a script or something. I'm going to make a color ramp. Color ramp. Color ramp. Ramp. The gradient? Okay, it is. Maybe I should call it gradient then. Brick. Okay. Incandescence. Color ramp. Color gradient. Shorten the name a little bit. Maximum efficiency. If I do those kinds of things for 7 years straight, it's gonna save me like 3 minutes in the long run. Gotta think about it that way. Actually, no, there is some use to doing that beyond just saving time. Like, this is going to make it less of a headache to deal with this variable. All right, we did it. This is a joyous occasion. All right, please tell me I can specify the offsets. Oh my god, we're so in business, guys. We are so in business. The business is happening. It's time for business. All right, so I'm now going to plagiarize Wikipedia. Here we go. Where is the... Okay, hold on. I gotta find the ramp. Dang it. Is it not here? Pretty sure this is like the article. Oh, it's a chart. I'd like to see... Okay. Fine, we can make our own LUT. We can make our own LUT for thermal radiation then, based off of these. So yes, I'm going to use this table very scientific table to make our color ramp. All right, so I'm gonna say at 0, there is nothing. At 470 degrees Celsius, which is going to be our unit, we're going to have a faint red glow, which is basically just a little bit of red. A little bit of red. Wait. It goes from a faint red glow to dark red. Huh. Why? I don't know. There's something going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 0.2. That's not right. Get out of here. 0.2. Oh my god. What? You're not letting me use decimals? Let me use decimals, damn it. The hell is this? I'm gonna manually click to get to the number I want. That's awesome. Okay, it worked. So I guess we can... What do we want to think this as? Maybe it's like looking at a piece of Vanta Black painted metal that is glowing. I don't know if that's actually how it would work, but that's how I'm gonna think of this. Wait, did it just... Are you serious? What are you doing? You need to stop. Oh, we weren't ready for the color yet. Okay, 470 is here. Interpolation. Wait. Cubic, sRGB. Okay, interpolation probably doesn't matter too much. We do want linear. We don't want constant. That would be lame. All right, 470, 480. Add another one. This is going to be 580, which apparently is... It goes from faint red glow to dark red. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna make it just like 0.4 red. Please work. Please. Thank you. Not sure why it didn't work before. 730. What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this to me? No. 0.4. Come on. And maybe if I move that, it'll serialize. Okay. Bright red, slightly orange. That is going to be a full emission moment. Right there. Slightly orange. Oh my god, not 100. Please. Please. I'm trying to burn my eyeballs out. It's going to make my monitor explode. This isn't what I want. Why is the range... Okay. Interesting little editor they have here for this. Okay, slightly orange. I can kind of think of what that looks like. I can kind of think what the color red looks like. Apparently some people can't. That's like a thing. Like, think of an apple. Some people can't do that or something. Interesting thing to think about. Me personally, I don't know what an apple is. Okay, 1,000. Wait, hold on. We're missing a step. 930 is going to be bright orange. Oh, I also wonder, as the density changes, how is this gonna... Like, will it just multiply the color? Maybe that's the way to go. again, we got to start thinking of this as like more permissive in terms of like making stuff up that isn't necessarily like scientifically measured. All right, this is going to be bright orange. We're going to get our ratios down, and then we're going to multiply this by 4. Might be kind of a large difference, but we'll see. We'll test it. 1,100 degrees Celsius is going to be pale yellowish orange. This is also kind of interesting because it would almost serve as like a visual indication to the player of how hot certain objects are in the game. Pale yellowish orange. All right. So something like this. Wait, let's get a yellowish orange color. And then make it pale. It's probably good. And then multiply that by like 6. No. No. What? Oh, that's probably correct, actually. Okay, then yellowish white at 1,300 degrees Celsius. That is going to be red, green, green. And then this. Multiply that by 8. Again, our multipliers might be off. We'll see. We'll test it. It's totally, we're totally gonna test this. Come on. All right, greater than 1,400 degrees Celsius, we win the game. It's just white. Yellowish if seen from a distance through the atmosphere. Does not matter. It's gonna be 10, 10, 10, 10. Dude. Come on. Okay. You can't even see what I'm editing. That's fantastic. Can't even see all the logistical problems I was encountering. All right, that's our ramp. Now, this kind of also largely alleviates the need for like our game config stuff. This new system we added with the script resources. Well, this is kind of cool. This is kind of futuristic. I can just do that. We are in the future. All right, I'm gonna save just in case. So that's a pretty good process in terms of like authoring. It's a pretty non obstructive process. What's up, Dev Ninja? If we can't see what you're editing, why don't you show us the results? That's a good point. Welcome. That's a good point. You know, guys, I'm going to repay you for not showing you anything I'm doing. In exchange, I'm going to repay you for not showing it anything I'm doing by showing you what I made. And it's all going to be worth it. My bad stream interface. 2 a.m. here and heading to bed in like 5 minutes. That is a real moment. Sleep is good for you. I condone this behavior. I'm having a kind of a goofy day today. That's how I'm feeling right now. Very goofy. I should be tired right now, but I have taken caffeine. So now I've become a different variant of myself. I have 8 different variants of myself. Like a revolving door. What's up, Dino? What's up, Dino? Dino, who is a stream veteran, by the way. We gotta get Dino a badge for that. to reinforce social hierarchy. I should probably like explain what I'm doing. Oh yeah, show the thing. Show the thing. I've been trying my best. You've been yielding results, Dino, okay? You've done it. You've made it. You have done the thing. Here's the game. Here's the game I'm making. So you play as a dragon, you level up your dragon by doing cool. It's like, imagine a very cool version of playing as a dragon, leveling up your dragon, getting upgrades. But like, there's a bunch of cool dynamic and cool features that make that really fun and exciting. Like, you have an upgrade system where you can build out your own upgrade tree, like, and you can, whoa, wait. Buttons are not working. That's very sad. Okay, there's probably an error somewhere. What the hell? I can't Alt F4. I can't like click on anything. What? Alt Tab. Save me. Yeah, wait, this is kind of not good. My entire computer is malfunctioning. Guys, it's time. It's time to go into red alert mode. This is bad. This is really bad. Hold on. It's time to use the features of the ancient times. Wait. No! Control Shift Escape. Control Shift Escape. I tried Alt F4. Is that supposed to close the current tab? I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna straight up trust you when you say that. Task Manager. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Tab. Alt Tab. Access. E. Oh, which one? It's like Russian roulette, guys. Wait, hold on. This one's taking up more RAM. Goodbye. Oh, damn it. Did it work? No, it's Shift E. Use arrow keys to select. Press delete. Okay, that's true. Oh my god. We did it. We did it. What's gonna happen now? This is the event horizon. What's the term when you go into the hole, the black hole? We did it, yeah. Oh my god, it's the end of the... Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. Well, we don't know yet. Hold on. Oh, now it's not actually, like, doing it, though. Urgh. Click into the window. Windows should now show a dialog to exit it. Oh my god. Click into the window. Click into the window. I must have misunderstood. Click into the... Like, my mouse cursor is not highlighting things. Oh my... Oh! We're back. Oh my god, we're back. Guys. That was actually, like... I've never really had that happen before. Does that mean, like, I can test the game? Yes, thank you for your assistance. Yeah, Windows is, like, worse than Linux, I think. I think I want to, like, use Linux. Do you know the name of the exe? Godot? No. Fortunately, it seems to have resorted. Okay, can I click? Okay, there we go. So yeah, you have this upgrade menu, and it's also the gameplay is physics-based, so you can, like, interface, and you can plan and comprehend your environment and strategize. I want fire breath, so let me add fire to my breath upgrade, and then it becomes fire breath. Whoa, and I'm actually using the new particles right now. Trust me, you don't want the sound output on right now. But it's really cool, also. Otherwise, Windows R command. Task kill /f/imgodot.exe. You are a wizard. I think that is helpful information. I kind of aspire to be like the one-handed computer sorcerer who is able to do everything through like different shortcuts and stuff like that. I want to be the guy in the TV show where they have the hacking and it's just like a bunch of green numbers scrolling up and down. I want to do that, but like actually do that in real life, not in a show. I'm a learned IT specialist. Occasionally we will get like wizards and scholars in this chat. That is a thing that happens sometimes. It's always a cherished moment. It's all about your intrinsic motivation. It's all about your intrinsic motivation. Interesting. So like whether you decide to learn that kind of stuff and gravitate towards it is based off your intrinsic motivation. That's kind of interesting. I was having a conversation the other week on stream about like aesthetic preferences, and I feel like that might be another good way to word that. Intrinsic motivations. I'm an ADHD person. We all have different loadouts. Okay, you have I am a spiritual slave to YouTube. It enthralls me in every waking moment of my life. I need to use a website blocker sometimes to stop myself from going to YouTube. I'm not saying that's comparable to having like ADHD or something like. Okay, I have struggles too, okay? I'm not saying that's comparable to having ADHD. Look, circumstances that vary between people and boom, moving around them, navigating. I'm a coding fanatic. I think I enjoy programming. It's like, for me, it's like a means to an end, I guess. And sometimes I enjoy the process, sometimes I don't. I'm not going to say there's no situation where I would just enjoy the pure process of coding, and I have before. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at object-oriented programming, game development programming, especially like with this chemistry engine. I feel like it's been a pretty good test of my skills. I have creativity and IQ. PK has game smarts and code. Dev Ninja has IT powers. I mean, it is your skill tree. We all have our own skill trees. We can invest our points in it, and you get XP by how do you get XP? You get XP by like learning about a new type of fabric, or experimenting with a different component of your diet, or like going out and like doing a run for like 30 minutes, an hour, what's this good, 45 minutes a week. You get XP points, and you're like, your brain starts doing these things, and like you after running, you're like, whoa, suddenly I know how to program in C++. That's how it works. That's why I'm creating my own programming language. I was thinking about trying to create my own engine again. After that, I'll tackle an operating system. Yeah, I do have like a deep yearning to make like my own software that does everything I need it to do, like in my own life. Basically, like my brain as a piece of software that can be distributed. Learning new thing equals oop. Learning new thing equals, maybe you meant to put something there, but I'm going to assume that you concur with what I said, my incoherent statement. No, to put that more coherently, like, you basically get experience by doing things. Mankind already invented that in 1950s. It's called AI. This you have opinions about things. All right? AI created in the 1950s. Now my brain, okay, my Gen Z ass wants to say, "Oh, no, AI was created in like 2022." Everyone knows that, but no, you have the secret nuggets of knowledge that lets you know that there was probably something similar to like machine learning or neural networks in the 1950s. When did computers even get invented? 1993. Learning new thing equals plus 1 XP. Learning new hobby equals plus 5 XP. Learning new power plus 10 XP. Yeah, it builds. It builds on itself, okay? I wish it would be so. Yeah, me too. For myself, I wish I knew everything sometimes. Honestly, if you could press a button and know everything, I would probably press it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a little coin flip or something to decide. No, I don't. I'd have to like think about that. I'd probably do that. I don't imagine how like it could change any of like my core drivers because that's not really knowledge based. That's like emotions. I have a Gen Zalpha ass. That's true. Wait, oh, are you a Zalpha? Are you a betweener of the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha? I don't know what the youngest Gen Z age at this point is. AI at first was only a mathematical experiment, and the computers back then didn't have enough power to do the calculations. That's why it came up in the 2010s. Intriguing. That was kind of one of the prerequisites for it to take off, to become big meme. Is it a meme? Is AI a meme? I don't know if it's necessarily a meme. I wouldn't press that button. That's probably fair. Came up again, yeah. I'm Gen Z and Alpha. AI is a rock that think. True. Drop frames, or is it just me? That's a sprite sheet animation. It's supposed to look pixely, so I reduced the frame rate. Or I think it's just the amount of textures I use, but does this look smooth? Look at the tail. Everyone loves the tail. Stream. AI is bad for mankind. Okay, so historically, my perspective on AI has been like, well, it's kind of like bad that like everyone is losing their jobs and the world is on fire. But at the end of the day, there's nothing inherently artistically dangerous about AI, right? But now I'm starting to think like with the advent of like Tilly Norwood, the AI actor, I'm kind of like, is this like something we need to just stamp out for just purely artistic reasons? Cultural reasons. I don't maybe. Maybe. I'm open. I'm open to that dialectic path. No more AI art. Wait, Dino, is that possibly a reference to that one video you shared that one time? People also lose the ability to think themselves. That's true, yeah. That's true. I think there are some actual more immediate, less or more easily provable arguments you can make about just like the presence of generative AI in the culture. Like, yeah, people lose the ability to think for themselves. There was another one. I can't remember what it was, but that is. I mean, in the case of like ChatGPT, yeah, that's probably a biggin. Um, I will say AI does feel soulless, and if I figure out something's AI, it kind of ruins it for me. But I don't want to be like like um oh, what is the word? Oh my god, I don't know how words work. I don't want to be like belligerently and ignorantly anti-AI to a point where it's like, okay, you just cannot have like an actual conversation about it. If you get too dependent on things, you lose the ability to do it yourself. Think of alarm clocks, usually smartphones nowadays, or calculators. I think in terms of actually becoming dependent on things, I guess we have to figure out like what's a good dependency and what's a bad dependency. Like, let me try to think of a really clear example. Of like a personal skill. All right, like in a survival situation, like lighting a fire. But like, okay, I'm trying to think of something that could actually realistically happen. Because I know you could think of something like that. I guess cars or like transportation might be a good example. Like we rely on transportation to get to destinations, but overall that has just provided people with more access and opportunity. Um, Even if, because the distance is larger, it would be harder for people to get somewhere if the cars suddenly disappeared or the transportation suddenly disappeared. Um, I do think a mind dependency where you lose the ability to think for yourself is definitely not a good dependency. By the way, I made another piece of fan art. I forgot about it, then finished it, and then forgot about it again. You should link it. You should link it, because I would like to see. I would like to see creation. Sometimes I wish I was like. Sometimes I wish I wasn't like dependent on GPS for directions. Like I could pull out a map. I could do the Far Cry 2 maneuver, pull out the real actual map, and find my destination. Well, I could probably work it out if I had a map. But I think also having like a better mental mapping of like, oh, this is where, turn right to get to this place and then follow these paths. I'd say transportation is more of a tool than being too dependent on it. You don't lose the ability to walk by yourself with your own legs. Tool, more of a tool. Okay, I think you can frame it in like a skill context. Like horseback riding or something. Let's say we were in some sort of transition state where it was going from horseback riding to car driving. The people who became dependent on cars would then, let's say they started becoming less able to know how to ride the horse. I think it would still be the same situation there. I guess it's just a matter of definitions, but I think there are some situations where technology that basically makes a certain skill set obsolete can be good. But of course, I agree that AI thought mind replacement is probably not good. GPS versus map is a good example. Yeah. Trying to think of other examples. What is an example? I'm trying to think of other things that like. I would like to think of things that are good to not be dependent on. You're back toilet. All right, got you. Gotcha. Got you. Gotcha. Got you. I got you. I got you. Pick one. Maybe like the ability to express oneself and have an individual mind. Maybe that's good. Look, I'm so brave. I'm so brave. This is what I'm going to say. There are probably situations where you can use generative AI where it's not like artistically dooming, okay? It's probably situations on some level, maybe to create reference photography. I'm so brave. I know. There's definitely I think there are certainly examples you can bring up that pretty much most people would agree is like an ethical use. But again, I don't want to be the guy. Okay, I don't want to be the guy on the sinking ship who's like, "Welcome back, Devninya." I don't want to be the guy. Wait, the Y is capitalized. Could this mean something? Devninya. Cool. It's a cool name. I don't want to be the guy on the boat that's sinking, where everyone's on this boat. There's like 8 billion people on the boat, right? This has happened before. And it's sinking. I don't want to be the guy who's like, "Look, we're like chilling. All right, we're all still standing on the boat. Why is everyone freaking out right now?" I guess I don't want to be, I'm concerned. But also we got to think about like once the boat, once we fix the boat, okay, once the boat rises above, because it always does. It always does. Okay, I got to think, well, is it okay to, have battering ram duels on the boat that could potentially punch holes in the hull after that point? But like safe, can we make them safe is the real question. Yeah, equals starting letters of my first name. I see. That's a good name origin story. I got my name, PK41. It is my middle and last initial, the sound of it put together. It's also PK Fire reference. Lucas from Super Smash Brothers and Co. It's actually a wordplay from my first name and Ninja. That is my first name. Yeah, it's clever. And definite. It's descriptive. It's personal. It has ninjas. I mean, good. It's good. It's good. It's a good name. It's a good name. There's going to be a wealth extraction break in 3 minutes and 32 seconds. For 3 minutes. It's going to go for 3 minutes. Thanks, dumb GPT. Yeah. I think it is good name. What constitutes good name? I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. Okay, you know what I just did. Did you miss the link to the art? No, I didn't. Wait. Did you send it? Oh my god, I didn't even notice. I apologize. Maybe I did notice it and then forgot. I myself wasn't so clever to come up with a name. I've certainly been there where you come up with like a name that might feel lazy or not ideal to you. But honestly, it's probably okay to spend that time and that effort elsewhere creating other things. The name is ultimately just a label. Oh my god. What is this with the I don't even know what this is. What is this meme called? The guy going like that. Goofy Odd Dragon. All right, this is the one. This is the one. View. Full screen. All right. Okay. I like this. Did you make the painting yourself too? This is wait. That you have the piano. Oh my god. My brain is slow today. It's slow because it's sleep deprived. Don't blame me. Oh my god. This is actually really funny. I'm not going to normalize a culture of bashing me under the guise of comedy, but this is not that. This is not what that is. This is freaking hilarious. This is freaking hilarious. I'm watching you, Reddit. If there's ever a PK421 subreddit, I'm watching you. I have my eyes lasered in. I have my eyes lasered in on you. I'm not letting my subreddit get poisoned. Alright? This is an ethical example for you all. This is an ethical example. Dino, this is great. Yeah, I even have the boxes in the background. It's funny, like the interpretation. Well, no, it seems like they are boxular. They are box-like. This is awesome. Yeah, the cabinet. I'm in this cramped ass, like 1 by 1 foot space. This 2 inch square inch space. Oh my god. But better than my previous name, I7. Everyone thought that meant the Intel, the progression, the steps. Trailmakers explained in one image. Yeah, this is actually funny. This is really good. Oh my god, this is what it was like, you know? It's like I'm going to be exceptional with my creations in Trailmakers. I'm going to make it entertaining. I'm going to make content and I just die. I just create a machine that just kills you over and over again. And I'm like, guys, we did it. All right. I make it a YouTube short. I get 1 billion views. Okay. This is the YouTube dream. No one can beat my gamer tag. I came up with the name all by myself. My gamer tag. This is like such a moment that I made when I was like 8 years old. Probably a bit older. No, maybe around 8 years old. Was the Doom Boom. That was my gamer tag. And my my thought process when I made the gamer tag, first of all, I think I was subconsciously influenced by my brother's gamer tag because it also had the word Doom in it. But my justification for making it as such was it's a boom that causes doom, which is kind of cool, and I just went with that. Sometimes, like, when you are a stupid idiot and you're 2 years old, you make decisions that have like no cultural awareness or like awareness of anything or self-awareness or any level of awareness of anything ever. And that was one of those moments, and I cherish that name. It is a part of my lore, but something that doesn't define me. What's up, Gage? This one, PK? What's up? I hate my gameplay. This is great, Dino. I'm gonna be honest, this is my favorite one so far, okay? You have the ability to make a very good comical piece, as well as a very good genuine piece. Okay, non-ironic piece. You can go both ways, Dino. And this is just a continuation of the showcase of that skill set. That's my gamer tag. Oh, I hate my gameplay. You know, it's interesting. I feel like when you are trying to come up with like a name, but like kind of non-committally, that's a real word. No hyphen. I feel like there's always like a tendency in general, like almost like a shared tendency due to like cultural propagation of things to put the word hate, like I hate, in it. It's just like a very simple, like, it's a very strong regurgitated phrase you can say, like, oh, I hate this, or I hate, it's very like strong, it's punchy, it's common. I feel like it's something very common you can use, because I've done that before when I made like a name where there's like, I just make some random bullshit to like say I hate this, I hate that. It's like, it's interesting to think about these things. You know, there are jobs for these kinds of things. Think about them enough. That's my gamer tag. Oh yes, I read that. We've all had gamer tag evolutions. A gamer tag glow ups. Rate the art 0 out of 10. I'd prefer to rate it by saying how cool and epic and freaking awesome it is for X, Y, and Z reason, but if I was just gonna slap a number on it because you asked, okay, this is not necessarily accurate, I'm gonna say this is this is a solid 8.5. All right, this is This is going to make it up in the ranks at the film festival. Because, you know, everyone knows at the film festivals, they have the platforms you stand on where it's like first, second, third. All right, this is a competitive meme. Yeah, thank you for making this. This is pretty fun. Just an explosion. I like this. Say that again. When games like Satisfactory feels like Souls-like games to you. Oh my god, I'm like missing the context. I keep forgetting the context for when people are chatting. I need to improve my comprehension skills. Yes, very, very cool, Dino. Guys, I've snoozed the ad break 2 times now. I'm gonna have to run it. Okay, I'll be back in 3 minutes. If you want to add any context, anything, I can read it when I get back. I do need more sleep. I'll be back in 3. I gotta comment on. I'll comment on that in 3 minutes. I'm gonna comment on it. I'm gonna have the world's coolest thing to say ever. All right, we're back. I'm gonna do a Burt's Bees moment. Not an ad. All right, it's time to catch up, guys. It's time. Okay, yes, I need more sleep. So, interesting. I actually did not sleep Saturday night because I was up to many Roblox machinations. I just accept it. So I think you're right. I think I'm probably behind on my cycle. I need my cycle's a little thrown off. Right now. Or it could have been, you ruined my life. How could you rate it an 8 out of 10? That's true, Dino. But you know what, Dino? This is a net positive, okay? You know, I mean, you have brought joy to this stream and myself. You've brought joy to me. Seriously, though, I mean it. I do really mean that. I do seriously mean it. I need to say that with, okay. You get me. You get me. No ads for me? Oh my god, you circumvented this. You've heard my song, my composition. You were the chosen one. It's true. It happens sometimes. It's like the Thor's hammer experiment that they do, like the social experiments where they have the magnet. All right, you have been chosen by the magnet. Twitch is a slave to my IT powers. That's true. Circumvent the paradigm. Become the one that flips the system on its head. Who will win? The ads are still going. Drop frames again. Oh my god, my bitrate. Why does my bitrate have to be bad? Why does my bitrate have to be bad right now? Come on. It might have automatically adjusted the output bitrate. Okay, it should be back up to green. Okay, we're getting some internet instability today. Welcome back, Dino. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Okay, I had a thought. I think that stimulants make you a better streamer. All right, this is not peer-reviewed. There's no study for this. They should do one. But every streamer, every good, entertaining streamer I know uses some form of stimulants, whether it's like coffee or Adderall. Is that a stimulant? That's probably. I think so. I think so. There's a correlation. That's what I'm saying. That is the thing I'm saying. And is all I'm saying. What happened while I was in prison? Oh, wait, I said your artwork brings joy to the stream. That's what I said. Doesn't matter what the rating was. I did say I love you, yes. I love every single one of you. This is a great meme. Oh my god. I can't stop looking at it. Dino, this has to be like an origin point for something. This could be like the first post on the PK421 subreddit. And slowly over time we can watch it turn into hell. Okay, it'll be a little inexperienced. Get some more XP, you know? Invest in some skill trees. Do a thing. It's good. Doing things is good for you. PK also said that he wants to replace the actual face cam. This precious piece of an image. Giving me ideas, are we? Using your wizardry for good? Benefiting the very humble streamer? It's that good that autistic kids can't look away. You should. That could be the litmus test, you know? That could be the test for the quality of the meme. Oh my god. Oh, do I want to go like... Do I want to be like... Guys. Sometimes you can use a definition to define a general set of traits you demonstrate in your personality one way or another. Okay? Sometimes you can do that. All right? There, I've made every statement on the stream so far 100% ethical. There, okay? This is an ethical stream, organic. No AI. 100% natural, pasteurized. Wait, isn't pasteurized bad? Isn't that a bad thing? Why do they put it on the labels? I'm pretty sure they put like ultra pasteurized on the labels. Pretty sure if that's a bad thing, they can just hide that somewhere in like 8-point font on the back, like in that little like section that says you will die if you consume this. Can't believe it's not AI. Butter meme. It's true. Algorithmically speaking, I don't see how it would be possible to make AI 100% accurate because it is not um it's not displaying things like how they are displayed in the real world when you just like look at something like an actual object, not on a computer monitor. It's displaying things like this specific digital format that references things that were actually made. Thank you for the follow, Devninya. That references things that were actually made. So conceptually, its accuracy amount can't get to 100%. That would be like it creating new objects in the universe. It seems impossible. Now it can pass as a real thing, but I think there's always going to be a chink in the armor when it comes to like being fooled by AI. I think some of the most realistic AI videos that I've seen is like that one with VO3 where it was like the guy where he was like victory royale with a pickaxe. Like the webcam looked pretty realistic, and the voice was pretty convincing too. But there's definitely things you can pick apart with just the webcam. Probably you could become like an AI detector, professional AI investigator, and learn to recognize the signs. But yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be 100% accurate. Now it could get pretty much indistinguishable, even to the pro AI super duper investigator, but it's never going to be 100% there. It's never going to be actual objects in the real world, basically. Did you read the joke? I was in a rush to do. Wait, hold on. Oh, yes, I did read the joke. It was a good joke. Margarine. I love. I'm gonna head to bed now. Have a good one, y'all, and see you next time when time allows me to join. All right. Well, it was good to see you in the stream. To meet you in the stream. It was good to meet you. Take care. Red stuff. All right. So I guess I could develop the game. I could. You later too and get some sleep and don't play Roblox. I am going to limit my Roblox consumption. No more Destroy a Skitty grows offline. No more grows offline. No. Oh, I'm a dev, okay? I save my dopamine receptors by doing deving as opposed to purely playing. Yes, take care, and I will get some sleep. I'm gonna sleep for like 74 freaking hours. Have you ever played AI Minecraft? I've never played it. I've not. I don't think so. Not to my memory. My memory's reliable enough to where I can probably say I haven't played it. Who knows, though? I mean, maybe, it's very plausible and totally true that an AI or an alien could have abducted me, forced me to play AI Minecraft, and then brainwashed my memory of that occasion and sent me back to Earth without the time changing on Earth. Could have happened. That's all I'm saying. We don't know anything. The more assumptions you have to make about a possible truth, the more likely it is to be true. It makes you think you're schizo. Oh, I see. I can see that. I think there's probably like faculties in the human psyche that when interacting with an AI in like certain ways, will actually start to like induce some level of mental illness. Like I think AI has the ability to do that to some people in certain cases. Again, not a universal condemnation of all things AI. It's just There have been stories of people going crazy over AI, and stories of people like abandoning, like the AI companionship thing. If it, if I had like an AI friend, it would feel meaningless. I don't know how you could feel any meaning from that. Maybe it's just desperation. It's sad. We need to help these people. Stream idea playing AI Minecraft. It's free. Maybe, probably not. All right. If I play AI Minecraft, there's going to be 1,000 people with pitchforks who are saying you are promoting this bad thing. Let's be real though. There's probably not going to be a lot of people watching the stream. Do I want to play AI Minecraft? Not particularly. Not that specifically. There has been like kind of a fine line sort of situation though. People haven't like just straight up condemned all things AI in that way yet. Like generative AI, like in art spaces, like Infinite Craft. There was a bunch of streamers playing that, right? And it was just kind of seen as like a fun thing, and no one condemned that. So I guess we're not completely there yet. Not that we necessarily ever will be. I'm gonna play it right now. All right, Dino. Oh, there's a time limit. You can only play for like 5 minutes. Huh. I guess I'm not completely opposed to the idea. I've tinkered with Suno AI before for making songs. I know. Oh my god, this. Oh, you don't have any integrity as an artist. Oh, you don't do anything ever. Look, it sucked. Well, it didn't suck, but I didn't have any control, and I didn't feel like I was really putting any of myself into it. It was not fulfilling, okay? I passed the humanity test, okay? It's okay. I put my hand in the hurt box, okay? And I survived, okay? Look. And now, if I have to, all right? If I have to walk over the hot coals, if I have to engage with AI, I can, all right? Dynamicness. I'm gonna play it right now. Oh, we can really. I made a song using that. It was "He Passes You" bot. What's up, Sarcastic Residency 5 UG7 WK? Chief viewers on streamingblue.com. Remove the space at 86A. This is if Twitch is monitoring me right now, this is a parody moment. 86A ZCU 8I. Wow, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, you're gonna give me free viewers? Thank you. You're so cool. Can you follow me? Oh my god, I'm gonna click the link. I'm gonna go to Streamboo. I'm gonna go to streamboo.com. This is the thing that actually works on anyone, ever. Oh my god. Get this stupid colon out of my highlighting range. Ban forever. / ban stupid dumb idiots command. Then their name. Worked. Oh yeah, follow me too. Follow for follow. I want free Robux. Let me join the group. Oh my god. Hold on. Cords are being cored. Like. No, I accidentally banned them. I want the free viewers. Free viewers. Free Bobucks. I guess there's probably people who fall for it, but like. You have to be both like intellectually and ethically compromised to do that. It's like hell. You're condemned to hell at that point. No, like you already are in hell. You're already living it. At that point. Like, oh my god. Go to. Do I want to say that? Yes, I want to say that. Go to Kick. All right. I'm gonna regret saying this in 7 months from now. Go to Kick and do that crap. Bots, where it's more ethically questionable, where you have gambling. But I'm not actually saying this. I'm saying this hypothetically. If there was a platform called Kick, and none of what I'm saying is legally binding or an actual statement. So therefore, if there are any policies that happen to exist on Twitch pertaining to this, I do not meet the threshold of violating them. You know, I just I didn't even mean anything that I've said this entire time when I've streamed. I've not meant any of it. It's all it's background noise. How do I rob a bank? How do I rob a bank hypothetically? Crimes, breaking the law is bad. Breaking the law is bad. All right. Jaywalking. No. If you go into like a city, people are just, in some cities, people are just like they're just all over, they're scattered all over the street. Yeah. You cannot do this. However, guys, $80 squadrillion that you must pay to have a car, all right? And like pay for gas and like fund unethical industries and like, you know, get like cause a bunch of deaths every year from car accidents. It's a necessary thing. It has to be this way. We've never had any other form of transportation in history, and we don't have current forms of transportation right now that just work better and would work better overall if they were actually like made more prevalent. Don't jaywalk. Don't ever do that. Not a lot of doll hairs. Sure, Dino. The way you recreated the background was great. That was fantastic. It's fantastic. I noticed though that I don't have the long hair. Maybe that was a stylistic choice. I accept it. All right. It was obviously like a morph between the meme and me. It was a morph. It was a mix. All right, what is the next step? What is the Jumanji next level? The Jumanji. I want to see Smashing Machine. See if there's anything going on there. Look, you don't have to be this like extremely flawless person to play a role well, okay? My AI Minecraft tab crashed. No. No. Unfortunate. I gotta play GeoGuessr. That's what I gotta play. I gotta do stream content. I gotta do something digestible, and I have to say funny things. I have to say funny things as I do it. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And just keep saying that over and over again. That's what I gotta do. This looks like the city of Michigan. This looks like the city of Arkansas. Arkansas is a state. That's funny because I'm making fun of that, but I also don't have the best knowledge of states. I'm like the Gen Zer in the Fox News segment where they're asking them, what is the coordinates of Alabama? What is the coordinate of the median southwest quadrant of Alabama? What is the coordinates for that? Down to the exact precision. And then I'm like, Seattle? And then they make fun, and then Grey Gutfeld is like in his chair, and he's like, "Oh, there's just Gen Z is so dumb." That's how it goes. That's how it goes. And then he says something like rude or misogynistic to one of the female co-hosts on the show. It'd be sick. They put him in a rubber room with rats. Those rats made me go crazy. That was a crazy one. That's true. Guys, you know what this is. You know what this occasion calls for, all right? Crack open a sparkling ice. Enjoy the good times. Never stop sparkling. Okay? We are all sparkles. Make an ad for useless pencil. This pencil is made with the oil balance in the graphite in the leads of this pencil is incredible. Okay, you will not get better graphites than in the ones that come with this pencil. All right, this pencil, it's sustainable. Okay, this is sustainable plastic that it's using, and if it compromised our profits, we would still make it sustainable, okay? We're doing this to help the environment. Our company is going to fail. This is not a sustainable business model. Buy this shit right now. Graphites? Nah, graphics. It's true. It has RTX, okay? It's got the AI. Got the AI upscaling, okay? Never have a game run well ever again. All right, it's got AI. This is your new RAMs now. Okay. There used to be writing on the little clip part on this pencil, but then I broke it off at some point. Opera GX already installed. Yeah, it's got Opera GX gaming edition. It's got the Mr. Beast game. Mr. Beast is gonna make a video game within the next 4 years. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna make a video game, but it's gonna be like a mobile game. It's not gonna be like Elden Ring or anything like that. It's gonna be like Beast Burger Runner. He might have already made one. I don't know. He himself personally made the game. This pencil will save you from economic collapse. Buy it. Buy it right now. We want to help you. All right, this is a fair transaction. Cash in your lifeblood in the only way you're able to. All right, buy this. Buy this right now. Exactly. Buy it or we're not letting your family out of the basement. To contact us, call your own house number. We're there. We'll answer. We are dying to provide you with the best service, the most prompt service, the promptiest service. I'm so sleep deprived right now. Oh my god. Have you heard about the iPhone 17? It's so dumb. That's true. That's kind of funny. Have you heard about the iPhone 17? It's stupid and everyone hates it. And it sucks. And no one cares. 17. Oh my god. So many iPhones. Planned obsolescence goes crazy. I learned what the word kino means the other day, so expect that to be injected into my my speech patterns within the next few weeks here. It's a good word. I like it. Okay, you know what? You say that was a movie, everyone gets up in arms. Everyone's like, don't be that guy. But then you say that was Kino. It's like, oh my god, quirky, funny. Do that again. You have to basically sell your kidney to own one. I only have one. I only have one. Look. Look, okay? Formulating rhetorical approach. Generating best response. Contacting the AI neural net. Contacting YouTube. The 17 years of YouTube I've consumed. You have to basically sell your kidneys to own one. I have one. I only have one. I only have one. Look. Some level of sacrifice is required, okay, to do these things, okay? It has to be that way, okay? You think people can just get things? You think we can just provide things? No, there has to be some kind of, like, you know, transaction for everything, you know? It just, everyone knows that in order for any physical phenomena to take place ever, there has to be some economic transaction going on. I mean, you know, I don't have any saying it. I don't own an iPhone 17. I've had one kidney all my life. Want to learn why? Wait, have you actually had one kidney, Dino? Is that true, or is this a funny statement? Or is this a purely ironic statement? I have one kidney. If you would like to share, I don't own an iPhone 17. Is it related to the iPhone 17 at all? I've never had an iPhone. I've been in an Android, I will just say Android Chad. Android, for now, is, I would say, the superior operating system. Controversial opinions. We do need a Linux for phones, though. God, I hate, like, Apple's proprietary stupid bullshit. I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it so much. I'm never gonna buy an Apple thing ever. I want my freedom. I have the scar for it still, so I was born when I had 3 kidneys. I'm assuming they didn't work in that configuration. Android Galaxy is perfect. Android Galaxy is perfect. I've never tried Android Galaxy before. Perhaps in the future, I may try that before. One kidney had mutated and wrapped around the other and choked it out. I see. Why has there never been someone who's had, like, a mutation that's just, like, given them, like, an enhanced ability to do something? Maybe there has been. But for some reason, it feels like the RNG is always, like okay, this is, like, what am I supposed to do with this? They removed both, so I only have one kidney on my left. I see. You don't need 2 kidneys to make banger-ass memes. Apparently. Evidently. No, but, like, why is there never been, like, a beneficial mutation? Why does that never happen? I mean, there has been, but, like, I want to see something cool. I want to see, like, Stan Lee superhumans, and there's, like, a guy who has 4 arms, and he's, like, doing stuff. consciousness is morally valuable, okay? Everything I'm saying is ethically correct, okay? We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. The greatest part is I still have the scar from the surgery, and you can see it well. I see. I, like, have... I don't know if there's scars, but, like, there's these, like, kind of, like... They look like scars, but, like, a layer below the external epidermis. I don't know if they're actually scars or not, but I have, like, a couple of them on my hands. I don't know what they are. And then I have an actual scar on my knuckle, which is kind of cool. I can kind of use that to say I got into a fight. There was this 9-foot-tall guy at a bar, and he was wearing like a shirt with like black and white stripes horizontally that was ripped at like the shoulders, and he had red suspenders on, and he was bald, and he had an anchor tattoo on his muscular left arm, and he had like kind of baggy like black jeans, like kind of cool, like, and combat boots, and he was angry. He knew karate, and what I did was I did a triple backflip and uppercut him somehow at the same time. At the beginning of it, and then I did the backflip, and that gave me the scar on my knuckle. No, but really it was just like I was messing around with one of my friends once and scraped my knuckle on their backpack zipper, which is kind of hardcore too. I have a tiny chunk of meat missing next to my eye. Okay. Everyone comes with like all of these DLCs. It's kind of crazy. Like, what I noticed. Okay, so like right here, okay, this is the human experience. Okay, right here, divot in my bone. Okay, over here. Okay, also divot. But why? Why are there divots there? Who did this? It doesn't do anything. What the hell? Stupid. What? Why are you doing this? When I was little, I don't remember this. I jumped up the stairs trying to land on the couch, and it does sound potentially dangerous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, so there's a story. Tiny chicken meat missing next to my eye. Scars are cool. Scars are cool. Scars are Kino. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna use this for everything now. I ate a stick of butter when I was really young. DLC cost $7.99. I have the eat an entire container of gummy vitamins when I was really young. DLC, and it's kind of, you know, also very formative for me. Hi, what are you working on? I was working on a game. Oh, thank you, Real Stupid Son. I appreciate it. I'm donating 1 to 100 streamers. Congrats on getting selected. 20 out of 100. Good luck in your project. This could be a. No, you know what? You're your own person with your own prerogative. I'm not going to compare you to Mr. Beast. You're doing your own thing. Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow. Frand Janam. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Frand Janam. That's a slightly more informed pronunciation on my part. Probably not correct, though. Well, you know, who knows anything? Oh, and Lazy Bean, I am technically working on a game right now, but also doing a lot of talking and conceptualizing in preparation. I'm revving up, you know? What's up? What's up? I wonder how much a bit is. Bits are like, aren't bits OP? Okay. It's time to bring Pirate Software back into the discourse, okay? He made a YouTube short once that said bits are better than subscriptions or with something else. I don't know why, but he did say that. I forget what his reasoning was. It was something with like the revenue cut. And I also don't know if the policy has changed since then. So basically, this information is useless. I have a scar on my lip from my cat. I was holding her and opened the oven. She freaked out and ripped some of my lip off. Okay. So I know. Look, I know there's like a war going on where like if you say you dislike cats, this is a totally real thing, by the way. If you say you dislike cats, you get like it's like a yellow flag, okay, to use my Jubilee terminology, okay? It's a yellow flag, all right? The cat wars, okay? Me personally, all right? I prefer the company of dogs to cats, okay? I grew up around dogs, all right? I'm not saying that it's morally better or whatever to have cats or whatever like that. It's just my preference. Dogs are more loyal. You know what? I like dogs more. And I've like with, okay, I don't want to portray cats as violent animals. I don't want to do that, but it seems like there's more stories of like cats like freaking out and just doing something quickly destructive than like dogs. Like I don't want to frame them as aggressive animals, and you know, they're beautiful, wonderful animals. But I prefer dogs. All right, cuz I'm that guy. Cats are more chill and don't care. Yeah, that's true. They do seem more like they're just doing their own thing. They're just vibing. It's like they have plans. What are they planning? They're going around with their cat friends when they leave the house. Another thing I've noticed is like cats are often like more permitted to like leave the residence because they're more like cunning, or again, maybe what I'm saying is stupid, okay? Just please have the most charitable interpretation of what I'm saying. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I'm willing to acknowledge anything if it's correct, okay? Come on. You know this. We have a cat that goes from fat to skinny, and she loves pets. And will purr. From fat to skinny, and she loves pets and will purr. That sounds splendid. Sounds like charming animal. Plans and goals. Some cats are crazy. Plans and goals. That's true. It's true. They're scheming. Some cats are crazy. It's definitely probably going to vary between the individual cat and how they're raised. That's ultimately like the nugget, the nuanced nugget. I'm not soft. You can throw me at anything. I'm not soft. You can throw me at anything. You're getting 2 kittens soon. That sounds exciting. Internet is getting softer but crazier and aggressive. Internet started with cat videos, though. The AI models are going to generate increasingly fluffier cats until it just turns into a planet-sized puffball of fur. Until it's going to turn into one of those Blender videos where it's like 1 particle, 4 particles, 8 particles, but for like fur particles around, hair particles around a sphere. I wish I'd spawned in the year 250,000 instead of 2025. The future will have very cool tech. So if I could travel to anywhere in the future, or anywhere, if I could travel to anywhere in time, assuming there was no immediate threat to my life or like safety, hypothetically, and I think I've said this before, I would choose to go to the future because I want to see what's up. We know what happened in the past. We know what happened, okay? Miss Frizzle, they have a time machine in Magic School, but they probably do. Miss Frizzle, take me to the year 5000, please. I want to see what we've been cooking, all right? I want to see what we've been cooking. Have we finally grown up, all right? This is going to be like a whole new frontier of prescriptive bullshit in that time. It's going to be like a whole new ball game. When I move next year, I will show my parents the research, and I will hopefully get it. Research. I wish you luck, Dino. Ooga Booga cave fight. Yeah, it also could just be the apocalypse. And, you know, the sun blew up, the volcanoes blew up, the sea level rose and drowned us all. The storms came. The giant rats, they attacked. They got larger. We couldn't stop them. They were bulletproof, and we couldn't nuke ourselves. We couldn't nuke. Yeah, we couldn't nuke the rats because it would be too dangerous. Because there's so many of them. I want to be visiting stars instead of countries. That's an aspiration for sure. We all want to be the Star Wars, okay? We all want to cast spells and travel from different planets. Travel across different planets, okay? Everyone wants to do this. I want to do it. I want to change body parts instead of PC parts. Also an aspiration, okay? I'm pro transhumanism. The sun can blow up. It will blow up, too. That's the thing. Ultimately, that's what we're going to have to do if we want to survive. And yes, everything on this stream is ethical. We gotta protect what we have because sustainability and like practicality, and we can't just like magically go to some other space location and avoid our problems. There's too many complications and it's not practical. Philosophically complicated. Ethical. The clouds will up, the sun will explode. It's true, that's true. Something like that. Outer Wilds reference. But you know, over 600 years of new Isaac Newton Smarty spawns who passes problems easily. Yeah, can we get like the guy or the girl? I've been sufficiently ethical. Who will do the next wonderful thing? You know what? That could be any of you. Any of you watching this right now. You just take the right steps, okay? If you have the sauce, you have the intrinsic motivation, okay? Okay, your life is a movie, okay? We are living in the most exciting time ever, where people are the most connected ever. You can go out there, all right, and you can do some crazy shit, all right? You can actually literally do that. I know, it's like, oh, I have to do laundry and everything. I'm so tired. My energy levels are... I need to, like, improve my sleep schedule and stuff. But ultimately, if you take the right steps, like, you can do that. It's true. I can't say anything that's untrue. I'm obligated. All right? You can go and do that right now. Look. Stay in your basement for 80 years, stay in your garage for 80 years, and you will invent the cure to something, okay? Just do it. Just do it. No, but like you can do things. You can do things if you want. And some things are good to do, and if you want to do good things, you can do good things. That's what people need to realize, but they probably already do realize that we can do things, all right? We can do things. I have a Boppin from 2017, never replaced the batteries once. Oh, Bop It. Man, that's a throwback, way back, throwback. Evolution, yes. We do need to, I do think we need to evolve. My high score is 82. I forget even how the scoring system works in that. I'm way less skilled with the Bop It. Probably. Me too, even if you don't invent anything, at least you tried your best in life. That only for me, at least, is comfy. It's like, a lot of people want to help other people. And a lot of people will do things in that pursuit. And you can be one of those people. I want to emphasize, even if you don't feel that way, if there's some part of you, or if you want to learn to be that way, you can. All right? And maybe there's already a part of you that cares at that point, okay? You can do, I mean, I don't know what to say. You can do things. You can go out and do things, okay? You can help the world. You can do that, right? I'm gonna sit in this. I'm gonna sit in this, what might as well be an IKEA chair, okay? And I'm going to tell you about all the wonderful things you could be doing. And I am going to keep doing the things I do, okay? All right? We don't have a lot of lifespan to discover and do errors to find that correct answer. No regrets. Okay, no regrets. Every time you complete a bop it, roll it, squeeze it, or scream it will make a point. I see. Okay. They need a bop it, but with like 10,000 different appendages. They need just the, like, they need like a monstrosity, like a horror, like a cosmic horror device that you can use for points. Bop it, twist it, wormhole it, invert it. Our brains can understand the universe to a degree, but can't understand itself. Our brains can understand the universe to a degree, but can't understand itself. That's true. Human psychology is very complicated. It's interesting. It's interesting as a topic because, like, with physics or something, you can find consistent trends, but it's like every person has a different writing and coding in their brain. You kind of have to learn about every single person individually. Like, you can find trends and tendencies and stuff like that, but in order to like figure out a specific person, they all have their own like encoding, and that goes a long way. It can be whatever. The encoding can be filled with whatever the hell. It's entropy. You can't like know what that is beforehand. You got to measure it. All right. And unless we're like in some like literally 1 billion years from now when we have some crazy future tech, like you can't. Yeah, we don't even know how consciousness works. I just got 52 points. That's good, Dino. Us is consciousness, and consciousness is in our brains, and brains are like a storage for it. And consciousness is in our brains, and brains. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much all we know about it. What the hell is going on in my brain? In my brain. What's going on? What's happening? Where am I? We can transfer it via the galaxy. Via the galaxy. Wormhole me. Wormhole my brain. We can just check stuff faster than light. We can just check stuff faster than light. That'd be useful. That'd be useful to do. Is there anything faster than light? Like, are we gonna have to do the thing, like the boring thing, where we are all in pods, where we have to like sleep for 200 years in order to get anywhere in the universe? Or can we go faster than that, please? Can we please go faster? I don't want to have to do that. That would suck. Unless everyone's in the sleeping pods. There's a matter which can react to its opposite without any time delay. React to its opposite without any time delay. Any time. Oh, interesting. Even if it's far. A lot of the fundamental forces technically interact at an infinite distance, or I guess I'm not a scientist, but at an infinite distance. It would be interesting if there was like some sort of particle or some fancy crazy thing that was like, hey, I just got a signal from across the frickin' universe. Here's some arguments. Here's some parameters. Go crazy. We don't have that here. They're space. They're like space. Galaxies away. They're like space. We don't have that here. It'd be cool if we did. It'd be cool if we did have that. Here, you said here. Looking a million years into the future, I see. Because in some other alternative universe, you know, Thanos, all right, there could be that particle. They're like, space, what is space? We don't use that. We just connect. So we just connect. What the hell did I come back to? Dino, we have integrated our forms into the fabric of the universe now. Welcome back. They're like space. What is space? We don't use that. We just connect. They're like space. What is space? We don't use that. We just connect. That's true. Isn't cyberpunk tech very fun? Isn't cyberpunk tech very fun? It's fun. It's fun. It's a vibe. I want to have gorilla arms. I want to have mantis blades, but like, no, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to do any violence, but I want the mantis blades because they're cool. All right. Nerf blade, but no, like a Nerf gun, it doesn't feel as authentic. I want mantis the utility devices coming out of my arms. This is kind of random, but I just thought of mantis vapes. I want vapes that come out of my arm like a mantis arm and allow me to hit a fat rip. It's like collections of guns, a great hobby. Guns, I mean, everyone knows guns are cool, okay? Everyone knows they're cool. Everyone knows that it's nice to... they're cool, okay? Everyone knows this. And yes, it's like, oh, they kill a lot of people and it's bad. Which is true. But they are cool. They are cool. Everything's ethical in this stream. I'm so tired. It's awesome. I'm so caffeinated. Well, no, the caffeine's starting to wear off now. And go fish in the middle of the ocean with those blades. That's true. Like a vape blade. Vape fishing. Oh, yeah, utility device. You can do anything. You can do anything now. Everything we see has good and bad in it. That's true. It's true. What's up, Gage? Welcome back. Oh my god, my head feels light. Not in a bad way. Not in a neutral... It's in a neutral way. I'm fine. I'm fine. We can't separate them. They coexist. The yin and yang, you could say. Alright? Yes. No more complex stuff. Let's just vibe. That's fair. Honestly, I need to work on this game development stuff. I agree. I agree. Can I even, like, eke anything else out of my brain to work on this? I think we can do a little more. Is that chair comfy? In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. Let's talk about comfort. By the way, I can't turn this off. I can't. Well, I can turn off the complex stuff, but I won't. All right. I can. Sometimes I'll, like, not be super unnecessarily, well, not, I don't want to say unnecessarily, like super analytical about everything. I sometimes just say, like, this is crazy, chat. Like, I can go there. I can do that. I'm dynamic. I'm dynamic. All right. Buy good pillows. Trust me, invest in pillows and good beds. Are you telling me that the Mike Lindell My Pillow device is not a high quality pillow? No. Helix Sleep. Sponsor. Helix mattress. Purple mattress. You want to sleep on smelly factory rubber? Okay. Disclaimer. I don't actually know what it smells like. I've never had a mattress. Just because something is made with plastic or rubber doesn't mean it's like inherently worse. It might be a good product. It might revolutionize your freaking life and add health benefits. Add years, decades to your lifespan if you get a purple mattress, okay? But it's funny to say that, like, it's just bad and terrible. Not that it is, though. Okay, I'm making an actual facetious remark. Joke. You look tired, man. I sound tired. I look tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. You know what? I'm reveling in this experience right now. This is the experience, you know. Drink mushroom coffee. I was actually using caffeine to do the all-nighter, so I'm not gonna have any more caffeine. I'm actually not gonna do that. Thank you for the suggestion, though. Maybe mushrooms, just because mushrooms are fun to consume in general. Not psychedelics, I mean specifically culinary mushrooms. Psychedelics, they're a thing. They may help people in some ways. They are a thing. I don't drink coffee at all. It swings my mood. It makes me go high. Caffeine is interesting for me. It definitely, like, affects my personality, but I feel like I'm self-aware enough somehow through all of it to generally not be, like, too badly affected by caffeine, but I think it definitely tempts me to be more neurotic. When I have caffeine, the feeling is kind of like, all right, yeah, what are we doing next? Let's go, let's go. That's how I feel when I have caffeine. That's how I feel. What are we doing next? Never stop grinding. Coffee doesn't do that, man. I think he got mixed up with the good. Caffeine probably affects people differently, and people probably notice different things about their experience with caffeine. Also, on top of that, so it's like, what the hell are we supposed to do when it comes to determining the effect of caffeine? It's rigged. It's a trap. Coffee, weed, and alcohol are just mood swingers for me, and I can't manage life with them. I wouldn't want to take anything that like alters my makes me make worse decisions. Or if I do, I'd want to do it in a controlled environment, and there would have to be like a use for it. But even like alcohol consumption, like maybe there is some sort of like rhetoric out there where it's like, you might think alcohol is like the super dangerous thing, but then you just like have it once and you realize it's like way more chill than that. I may or may not be like kind of quoting someone verbatim. Some random person I saw in the YouTube video. I don't even remember where. But I don't know. That might be like a cope. That might be like a cope moment. Now, granted, if like, there is lesser evils, like if consuming something like alcohol. Okay, if you could take a pill that just makes your life feel good, is that ethical? Like, We Happy Few. Joy pill. The joy pill. Is that like ethical? Imagine mixing all of these. Your brain goes kaboom dopamine. The night for 15 minutes. Kaboom, low mood. Low energy, even sugar is bad. It's good, but you need to know that our brains can handle dopamine a lot because it has a limit. Yeah, dopamine is like this fake. Like we only have the reserve is like you gotta not use too much, and then if you do, it's like your dopaminergicals have been depleted. Please try again later. And if it has a limit, then you will most of the time be depressed. Probably a connection there for sure. I'm not a... Is that even psychiatry, or would that be like neurology? Or like neurochemistry? 80% of suffering for 20% of happy. I have a thought about that. Like, if there is only a certain amount of... Or a certain amount of stress is necessary to like regulate your brain's ecosystem, your like brain's thought patterns and neurochemistry. We can choose when we want to be like stressed out, like exercise. It's kind of stressful in a way. You can do that, and then for me, okay, so for me, exercise was very impactful to like how I felt. Shocker. How I felt emotionally. Like, I felt way less nihilistic after I started exercising. It's interesting how deeply it affects someone. But you can choose when you want to have that stress, if that's the case, and we can still have our sick ass human experience, guys. Come on. I got a boo boo. Oh, it's so sad that you get boo boos in life. Oh no. Damn it. You're a freaking unit, okay? You can... Look. Remember what you're living for, okay? There is happiness. And you can choose when you have to be stressed out. And honestly, you can be fulfilled through all of it. Statistically speaking. I felt drunk before when I broke my arm. They put me on something and made me... I've never even been inebriated, even like in a medical context. Made me question if I was real or not. Then I woke up and I felt dizzy or not, but talk to us. You might... Dino, you might... I feel like you're kind of describing ego death. Which is kind of wild. Stress is never good, but balanced mood is good. Okay, yeah, well, I guess, like... Well... I guess it's a particular kind of stress, but, like, long-term stress, like, consistent stress, maybe, you know, maybe my understanding of it all is kind of flawed. You know, my dialectic is open, okay? Maybe you don't have to be stressed in life in order to be, like, happy. And maybe you can still, like, be healthy in all senses without being stressed at any point. Yeah, I'm definitely not clinging on to that idea. But if it is the case, we can circumvent it because I mean, that's just how we do. Just buy an indoor bike. Oh, you know what? Right. You can just sit and watch movies on the bike and burn like 80 billion calories after biking for 2 hours and extend your lifespan by 130 years. I kind of wanted to do that, but you know what I realized? The bike is boring. And I know you can watch the movie and stuff, but also the bike is not ergonomically correct. You got to stretch your arms out in like this weird position, and then like your butt gets like compressed in a hydraulic device, and then you sit up and it's like, oh my god, what have I done? You stand up. That's the experience for me, at least. I kind of wish I could be that guy. Okay, the Peloton guy. All right. When I finally have disposable income, I can become the Peloton guy. But no, I might be the elliptical guy. Because the elliptical, you get range of motion. It's like, oh my god, my joints feel so not impacted, and I'm moving around and I'm dancing and that might be my pathway. That might be my academic pathway, my wizard pathway, my house, elliptical door. Good, no pain after it healed. It's been healed for a while now, and I sold the cast. I'm okay, trust. I noticed that I have slave pain in my joint that's connected to my wrist, and it started a couple days ago. Does the weather when it gets cold give you pain for me? Because it does. Not directly, I don't think. Not like the feeling of cold. The feeling of being cold is uncomfortable, but it's not painful, I wouldn't say. It's part of the pinky bone. I had pain at my wrist because it's small from lifting weights in the gym. I've gotten several, like, inflammation issues from not working out in an ideal way. Which is kind of annoying, but look. I'm, like, I have to deal with it, you know? Good. Alright? It's not gonna stop me. It's not gonna stop me from my dreams, okay? It healed correctly then. That's good. Sometimes modern medicine just does not work, which sucks. Guys, there are good and bad things in life. That is, very rarely spoken truth. No one ever says that. Move it all ways and lift things. Good. Recovery was the worst month ever. Our human flesh is weak too. We gotta work with what we got. Okay, we gotta take care of our stuff, you know, of our corporeal forms. Yin and yang. Yes, the yin and yang. Well, people want to say, okay, philosophically, yin and yang. I know I said that earlier. Okay, so apologies, and I don't think it's like a 50-50 thing. I don't think it's like, oh, there has to be evil. I don't think there has to be bad things. But like the specific instance of like neurology or like neurochemistry and like having to have, you know, a dopamine balance or whatever, that is like a different thing. But in general, like in the world, we don't have to have evil to have good. It's, you know, we just got to arrange the variables the right way. I mean, the universe is freaking nuanced, man, and you can set things up in so many ways. We have so many player options here in this video game. Our human flesh is too... we need some upgrades. That's true. I'm not opposed to upgrades. My flesh didn't break, only the bone underneath. I was lucky. Good is in evil, and evil is in good. To know good, we need evil, and to know evil, we need good. It's easier to do evil. but it's hard to do. It's easy to do evil, but it's too hard to do good. You can remember evil. Hey, am I right? You know, it's better than having to know evil to know good. Remembering evil. That's right. That's the point we want to get to. That's the point we want to get to. Fran is new Uwe, yes. New stream wizard just dropped. New wizard. New wizard. Break a wall easily, but you can't build it that easy. Oh, that's true. The construction takes much longer than the destruction. Especially if it's drywall, because like that stuff is like, you get like a 220-pound man to just walk at it at a moderate speed. It's just it disintegrates. Okay, you've seen enough of those low resolution videos out there where a guy just goes through some drywall for some reason. We all know this, all right? Honestly, I don't know if I'm a fan of drywall. I want everything to be made out of, like, I don't know, like rocks. I'm Patrick Star. I'm of the Patrick Star mindset. You can break a wall easily, but you can't build it that easily. Creating's more complex. That's why most people would love to destroy. In general, I would say it takes more work to create things. Yes. Brain is too wise for us. Everyone should say things they think about in this stream, assuming it's not like harming someone else, okay? Or is harming yourself. Say the things, okay? Say the things, but don't be a douche, as we all know. Hopefully. Anything changed me a little? No family, no friends, no nothing. I've been alone since 2021. I think that changed me a little. No family, no friends, no nothing. It's free from stress of toxic people who just judge sadly. I think that people sometimes prescribe you need to have a network and you need to have a biological family at all times, otherwise you will turn into a feral ghoul from the Fallout universe. And whilst I think there is always a healthy context through which someone can engage with social engagement, like, if you're just gonna be happier not being around a certain group of people, then that will make you happier. I'll make you happier, and it's possible for that to be the case. It's possible for that to be the case. Being too close, at least for me, not worth it. Knowing people working with people nice. Knowing people working with people nice, but not too close. I mean, I think exceptionalism when it comes to interpersonal social exceptionalism, sure. Okay, we're coining a new term here, is something we should strive towards because it better defeats the threat of, oh, you can't trust anyone. You can't let anyone get too close. If we really want to be transhumanist, we have to apply that to social interaction as well. Okay, people can be better. They just, a lot of them don't do it, you know? It sucks. But there are good people out there. There are cool people out there. There's people who are interesting. There's people who are considerate and empathetic. There's cool people out there. There's like freaking like some pretty cool people out there. Accept the challenge with eagerness. Get ready to build your social circle. Get ready to build your community. I had a lot of damage from people, so I don't want to risk it. That's understandable. You definitely understand the impulse. Although I feel like I actually haven't had too much like negative social experiences, all things considered, or negative experiences at the hands of people. I just go, are you sure? Why? How so? And this affects me. Why? And your actions have no effect to me. I'm happy how I am, and you can't change that, etc. Yes, I mean, functionally, you have to not let that affect you. If someone's like being a hater, rage baiting the rage baiter. Yep. Yeah. I kind of like dislike in general, not gonna extrapolate this to every single person like this, but I think trolling is like kind of unethical. I think trolling is unethical under like any remotely close definition. Like, I'm going to go and spread confusion and sometimes just like be an asshole under the guise of I'm just trolling. Like, I think it's not good for society. It kind of makes people take things less seriously, and be less thoughtful in their like interactions with people. Is this a brave statement? I don't know. I guess I like to think that I'm building an audience that aligns with my thoughts and values on things. That is what I want to do. To be transparent and clear. Okay, I'm indoctrinating all of you. No, I mean I'd prefer that over like just an audience of like nihilists who are like stupid and dumb and nihilistic. So, mission accomplished. All right, mission accomplished. I'm making a tiny hot air balloon. I need something to burn and super glue. My dad is going to help me get the things to build it. That sounds like a freaking awesome project. Guys, I'm bringing out a lot of frickins today. PK the chillin' wise. I can agree to this characterization. I feel like I'm pretty wise, okay? I'm not going to lie. I feel like I have a pretty good deduction of things from like a moral utilitarian perspective. I think other people can too and should. And yes, and yes, I agree. Taking a break from people is really good. Sometimes you should try it sometime. I've tried it. I've done things where it's like kind of avoiding a main social group, and honestly, I think in many ways it's actually kind of helped me, or at the very least, it was that action was prompted by thoughts that kind of made me a better person than I was the day before. All right, rhetorical framing 101. Wait, what is this? At least for a few weeks, time for yourself only. Knowing, at least understanding a little is a progress. I think you can. Okay, so there's definitely validity to that. I think you can learn, who you are and how, gain like kind of like kind of figure your shit out socially speaking when you're around a lot of noise, like a lot of people who are thoughtless and are just kind of, like not very empathetic or don't care to act on it, or like not very emotionally intelligent. I think you can figure yourself out in that environment, but it's very difficult. As humans, we are okay. I'm a freaking anthropologist. Okay, as humans, you can agree. You can decide for yourself if you agree with what I'm about to say. That I've decided based off my anecdotal experience. As humans, we are social animals. And a lot of the times people just go with what people are doing around them, and that becomes like the pressing force. And it can be very difficult to break out of that if, everyone around you is acting in a certain way. You're generally going to tend to conform to that unless you have some like skill perk or there's some exceptional thing. But in a lot of cases, that's what happens. I think it's definitely good for people to be self-aware of that so they can like not be subject to it. So yeah, I'd say generally it's easier to do that stuff without that noise, hypothetically. Seems we aliens? That's kind of true. Okay, we have two focus and deep, two combo, and we have the ADHD man. Dino, you are You are a... What's the word I'm looking for? You are a party in this conversation, okay? I want to hear what you have to think as well. All right, you are more than the ADHD man. You are the ADHD man and the everything else that Dino is man. All right? We are all deep convo. You're in the deep... You're Dino, you're in the deep convo now, okay? There's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Social animals, of course. Yes, we are social animals. We eat berries. We eat, sleep, and shit like most animals, so there's an animal in every person. I mean, you know, animal, human, kind of just definitions. And then there's like actual evolutionary biology. I have a crazy neighbor kid who bangs on my walls at night. The idea of like children like being loud and obnoxious, or like, you know, kicking the back of someone's seat on like an airplane or something like that is funny. Maybe I've learned to see it as funny as like a response to pain. As a response to the pain I feel from the disturbance it causes. But it's like, if a kid is like doing something like that, it's like, oh my god, this stupid idiot. Stupid dumb idiot. They'll learn one day. That's frame made my tiny hot air balloon fall proof every day. No, I don't want to go. Gets dragged away. But the deep combo. That's real. And I bang back with a baseball bat. I'll move next 2 months. Bang back with a baseball bat. The returned moment. I've definitely felt that impulse before. I definitely have. It can be really infuriating dealing with like neighbors like that. I will move next 2 months. In with the baseball bat instead. Oh my god, why the message is highlighted? What the? I hope I don't find a new apartment with another kid. There's a good chance you're gonna have some issue if you're living in like a communal space, unfortunately. It's probably gonna be something where it's like, oh my god, this person. But remember, the potentiality of having good interactions usually, well, in the right environment, it can be worth it. I won't find a new apartment with another kid. I already read that, and I'm reacting to it as if I didn't. Because I forgot for like a split second. Guys, should we like work on this? Should we like do this thing? Guys, yes? Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Dinah's like, nah, let's keep talking. Honestly, though, I mean, this is content. This is content. We got a content farm every now and then. We got to converse. This is what we got to do. I need to find a way to incorporate both things. 30-minute breaks to like do little breaks in between. Maybe like 10-minute breaks, which will not only like keep me in a conversational headspace, but also like the inertia there is gonna be like, all right, yeah, we're doing this. I'm gonna type this thing in. So exciting. Every hour, do a 15-minute or something. Yeah, something like that might be good. Like a social break where I just do this. This is not very challenging. It's probably more challenging to like do the programming stuff. So this is kind of like a nice way to just like reset. Okay, I'm resetting. I'm refreshing. My face is like one of those the circular refresh button icon. That's what my face is right now. Jingle skis in front of PK. Jingle, jingle. I said your favorite word. Jingle, jingle. Yes. Did somebody say the word the? I must analyze this. Did somebody mention AI? I need to reiterate all of my positions on AI right at this moment. someone mention popular topic? Here's seven here's 7 contiguous essays, verbal essays that I'm generating on the spot about that topic. It's not even like that exceptional to do that. Like, it's just funny to characterize it that way. The way, yes, true. I feel like pretty much every person I've ever met has had the ability to do that, or like has had the tendency to do that in a certain context, or not just have an engaging conversation. AKs are Google. As the world becomes more clouded with misinformation and AI bullshit and like propaganda, we're gonna have to look to people more and our own experiences to like determine things. Probably, there is actually probably a significant threat to like the validity of information on like just indexed search results. Physics knowledge and stuff like that will probably remain the same for the most part, unless it has anything to do with the climate, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like political motives here. There's a conclusion you can come to there, probably, whether it's how much it's being affected. Yeah, I mean, as information becomes more commercialized and monetized, as the internet develops, and as the landscape shifts, I feel like we're probably getting in a direction where not only it would be better to depend on that more in the first place, as is now, but that issue is probably going to become worse. Logic is logic as long as you have its basics. I mean, yeah, you can get it from any source. Like, if there's good information you're seeing on the internet, then yes, but you know, it could get worse. The information could get worse. As long as you won't find loads of issues. Why does light exist? Do I know that? Do I have a good answer for that? Why does light exist? That's asking why photons exist, and there's really no model that I've learned of or have created that explains on a more granular level besides like or beyond electromagnetic radiation. So I don't know, Dino. Good, valid question though. Like, this is because of electricity, and electricity is an atom circling around it. But okay, that's true. So photon emission can be caused by that. But if I was to, you know, interpret it as electromagnetic radiation, like, I don't know. I don't know why light be doing light. I'm not sure. E plus and E minus. Yeah, something to that effect. Something about the spinny on the E is consequential as it pertains to this topic. Guys, okay. Whoa, should we do this? Okay, I'm doing it. Here we go. We've content farmed for 2.5 hours. We haven't gotten anything done. Come on. Some animals use vibration in ocean instead of eyes. I can see that. To know the size of stuff and its location. Imagine like having a very strong nose, sense of smell, like how that would change your perception and like understanding of the world. Like imagine you had like smell vision. Imagine you could like some sort of like a bloodhound. You could see things with your nose, or like echolocation. You could see things with sound. It would be like a fundamentally different experience. Catfish does something like that. They'd probably have their techniques. You will overdose in your nose and die. Maybe, yeah. A type of shark. It's probably a more viable strategy in the water because it's a more viscous medium, and the vibrations probably travel more coherently or something. Oh yeah, hammerheads. I forget whether heads are shaped like hammers. I actually looked that up not too long ago. I forget why. No, I think it has to do with like looking with their eyes. think it has to do with like spotting. Yeah, that's also true. They're blue collar. They're the blue collar workers of the ocean. They frame houses. Okay, they frame houses. I feel like I could be friends with a shark, which is just another way of saying they're kind of cute. Sharks are kind of cute. Okay, goblin shark, you know, like there's something okay, an animal doesn't have to be like conventionally cute to be like endearing. I'd love to pet a dolphin and ride it in the middle of the ocean. I mean, that hashtag goals, you know. Assuming you can do it ethically, and the dolphin is like, you know, signing a formal contract to be like, hey, you know, this is something I want to do. Let's freaking do this, all right, all the way. I will give it fish. That's probably a good idea, and you could just be like, hey, let's train. I'm gonna train you to do this thing. That's probably ethical enough. 8 hours a day of work with breaks. Oh my god, animal labor. That is is horse buggy ethical? I mean, the alternative is like immense suffering in the wild, right? So it's probably a preferable outcome, but ideally we shouldn't have to make animals do labor for us. I mean, just from like, you know, like, not saying it would be practical or anything like that anytime soon, but like that. But I mean, I feel like everyone would agree with that if they understood what I was saying. There are many different theories. Some to see with little sensors on its face or to notice movements in the water. We aren't 100% sure. If I was a fish, the dolphin wouldn't care. He would just gobble me up in a second. So, yeah, but dolphins are like babies, or animals are like dumb idiot babies. Okay, you can't get mad at a baby for like picking up a gun and like accidentally like shooting someone with it. Okay, the moral responsibility changes with like different levels of consciousness. Babies can't survive alone, needs parents. Yes. What I'm saying is we can't really morally condemn animals for like killing other animals in the wild. They don't really have any choice or faculty to choose whether they want to do that or not. They don't have any moral sensibility. I mean, they can kind of do it, but it's not enough to warrant like any moral condemnation. We can't, because if we do, we will lose our little humanity in us. It's like a trade. Yes, we can't, because if we do, we will lose our little humanity in us in trade. If you want to look it up, don't show it on stream. You might get banned. The dolphin thing. That's why humans love wars. But at the same time, they hate wars. It's like a reciprocity thing, and it's like the rule of reciprocity, which apparently is what it's called. It's like, do the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have done to you. It's like, don't do, like, a lot of our, basically all of our moral philosophy is derived from our own desires to not be mistreated, I think, at some point. Like, pretty much most of it. You can have a moral idea to like want to help people selflessly, but I think that idea originally from like a sort of reciprocity mindset, which is fine. I think that's fine. I mean another way I could say that is, you know, the reason they're, I feel like it just heard something. It sounded like wind, but I was like talking as it happened, so. What was I saying? Yeah, the reason that the way they're able to define how to help people is like, what would I want someone to do for me in that situation? You could also call it empathy if you wanted to. That's why everyone watches UFC and plays games with death. It's coded. Everyone watches UFC and plays games with... I mean, high stakes can be... Kino! There it is. There it is again. The word. Dolphins are the... I see what you wrote. If you want to look it up, either... Oh, I've heard of that phenomenon before. Yeah. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. But again, you cannot morally condemn them. We need to ideally stop them from doing that. They do mafia stuff with, yeah. 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 I get the idea. I do get that. I get the idea. Sometimes humans, I've heard of that. I've heard of that before. I am shrinking. We will be the police dolphin force. Indeed, indeed. They do that with pufferfish. Guys, executive override. We're doing this now. We're doing this. Thank you for your conversation. I'm now going to not say anything for an hour. No, I'll try and engage, but I do gotta like do nerd stuff. It's really like whether I do it or not. So I'm gonna do it. All right. You guys aren't doing anything wrong by continuing to talk to me and me engaging with it. It's my choice to engage or not. Okay. Keep doing your thing. Okay. Well, if I say like I can't respond to this, then I probably can't respond to it, and it's probably ideal to like not keep asking about that specific thing, which has not occurred yet, but just hypothetically, just to address that is something potentially happening. No one's doing that, but you know, dolphins purposely get high. Okay, dolphins purposely get high on pufferfish. I think I already read that. Wait, no, I didn't. That I can see that. Females are better at multitasking. Us males are not. Females are better at multitasking. Us males are not. So brain gotta be focused. Unless you're built different, like me. Which is I'm about to multitask. You must engage is what I would have said in another universe. You must engage is what I would have said. Yes, and Dino, because you are a freaking unit, okay? You know better. So I applaud you. I applaud your efforts and your awareness. There's a chance to everything. It's true. It's true. Because, okay, yes, here we go, multitasking. I need like one person in chat at all times who's just screaming at me to get back to work. That's what I need. You just like an angry old man with like a how do I want to phrase this? with like a gavel. Just like constantly telling me to get back to work. Like a Holes character, like one of the people from Holes. One of the the owners. I need what's her face? The lady who is an Avatar. Is it Sigourney Weaver? Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, I need Sigourney Weaver to get mad at me with a cowboy hat on and threaten me with snake venom, poisonous snake venom. What was the thing she said in the movie that was like an epic meme? I forget. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me? That's what she said. Who tells you to get back to work? Cough, cough. True. Coughing baby tells you to get back to work. True. I like this meme format. Do your homework, just sleep early. Yes. You're right. You're right. Guys, we did it. We're here now. Look. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the bare minimum feature implemented, and then we're gonna freaking call it. Because I've been now streaming for 2 hours and 50 minutes. We're gonna get something done, though, okay? As we always do. So, We don't, because of the way we design the shader, we don't even have to worry about this other stuff. Visualize instance system. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to say volume layer data. Volume layer data. Huh. Okay, hold on. Yes, I'm focusing. Focus. We're doing this. What do we have right now in the... Oh, we do have something in the shader. I know what I can do. It's going to be a bit experimental. Material. Volume. Emission. Oh, we gotta get the temperature. Incandescence gradient dot sample dot. Oh my god. Autocomplete as gradient. The unfocused part is already done. Now it's exactly. I'm so not brain good right now in terms of energy levels. Not in terms of like I'm going insane or anything like that. I'm fine. Sample. Offset. System 500. Just do a random number. Expected at least 1%. You are wrong. Wrong. Index. Are we, oh god. Would it start at 0? I think it's gonna start at 1. I wish I knew what those emotes mean. Wish I knew. Baby face. It's true. Cannot convert from script resource to gradient. Wrong. Oh, you know, true. You're so right. Oh my god. All right. This is our moment. Breath emitter. Connect time. All right. Whoa. Spawn. Where would it be? Where would I put the stuff? CPU particles, chemical. I guess I could put it like down here, but like I'm kind of hoping there's somewhere else where I'm initializing the material stuff. Okay. I guess it would be here. Wait, hold on. There's more. Coughing baby. Yes, true. I need the coughing baby to tell me to get back to work. What are you looking at? Focus, young man. Yes, true. My grades, my GPA. No, if you're reading this, you aren't focusing. I am a freaking factory. I was born to work in the factory. I was born for this. Breath emitter, breath attribute. Yes! Dinah's like, yes! So true. Go off, king. So true. Just like agreeing. You were made for this. This is your moment. So proud of you. Dragon.connect, breath event, breath.bind dragon. That's correct. Yes. It's true. It's all led to this. I've become my true self. I've done it. I've won the game. I beat the game. I'm winning. Okay, so I guess we're not doing anything in here. What's going on over here? Let's see. Particle. particle dot, damn it, I don't know, visualizer, system visualizer dot visualize instance system, and we're going to say, hold on, no, I'm moist critical, that's about it, see ya. Right, we want to do it in the chemical particles. That makes so much more sense. Look, oh my god, look at this. What? What? Do you run a notepad for your plan progress? I use Obsidian, and it usually doesn't do anything for me. At least it hasn't yet. I haven't, like, done it hard enough to make it work, at least. Yeah. Sometimes I use a notepad, actually. To just, like, remember things. It's, like, just very quick, like, I need to remember this. Let me use notepad. And then I forget it anyways, or it, like, becomes irrelevant. Sometimes. Oh, fade time. Doesn't matter right now. Doesn't really matter. Me too. Now I do it in real life. Oh, I kind of wish I could be like the Kim Kitsuragi aesthetic, right? And I could just write things. I could have my little notepad where I'm like the sister from Cat in the Hat, the movie, but the little, like, whatever, the Nokia. You write with Obsidian, no wonder it's hard. Oh my god, because the Rix hardness scale, the more hardness scale, what the hell is it called? I forget. Notepad. True. Okay, wait. Guys? Here we go. What? It's already running. I'll probably be more productive on Wednesday anyways, because I won't be, like, dying of sleep deprivation. Okay. This. What color do we get? Come on. Whoa. Now it's using the emission color. Yes. Get some sleep. Probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea. Sleep in if you can. I've got it handled. Okay. I've got it handled. I can do this. If I can do this, you can freaking do it too. Okay. Thank you for your concerns. This looks cool. It's pretty cool. Apparently the art style is nice, which is what I've heard people say. Hopefully they were being honest. Which is good, because I would like my game to have a good art style. For extremely not obvious reasons. That I must introspect on for another 2 hours. Alright, well, it's now using the thermal radiation scales. Oh, we did it! Oh, no, I gotta make it much better in the next stream. But we, you know, that's the core idea behind, like, we're just gonna make it more interesting. You can do layers, I think. I do have layers if you're talking about the shader. So, it's a good observation, because yes, that will actually be necessary. Some underground. Oh, you mean, oh, I see. I have thought about that. That'd be nice. It would probably be more so like, just like refreshing the contents, or like having multiple, like, I wouldn't have other actual tile map layers. It would just be like different, like, scenes, I guess. Dimensions, you could say. Yeah, I have thought about adding something like that. It would be cool. I go to CCA for school, and I don't need to show up for class. I just either watch video or do work depending on the day. If I show up, I rarely need to work, so I could skip school or sleep in if I wanted. That could be good and bad. Elements. Power with weakness. Powers. Guys, I like the idea for the game I'm making. I wish I had more energy so I could explain the coolness, but like the elements and everything, the whole chemistry and shit, I'm actually excited about this. No, Dino, actually, Coughing Baby it's time for Coughing Baby to go back into his sarcophagus, okay, where he sleeps, where into his pod, into his Death Stranding pod. Because I'm actually now going to end stream, but I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate you getting with the freaking program. All right. You've been a great chat. You all have been great chatters today. It's been pleasant. It's been pleasant. Even though I've not been disciplined and like actually doing anything. That's fine, you know. You know. I'm just a humble streamer. How about mixing elements? Okay, I won't call. You can mix elements. You know what? I want to tell you more about the system now. You can mix elements. I want to add a lot of cool stuff. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff. Way better than, more advanced than Breath of the Wild chemistry engine. A lot more advanced. Yeah, I want to be able to heat air up below a balloon and make the balloon inflate and freaking fly into the sky, because hot air balloon moment. Yeah, so they had that kind of, we're on that level with this system. Mixing elements, you know, all that stuff. There's actually chemical reactions that can convert elements. And of course, I want to make so that two elements can exist in the same space, and they can maybe turn into a compound element, you know. But also, elements are kind of fundamentally different in this game. But yeah, coughing baby stops and uses the inhaler and stops coughing. Wow, we made it. It's a smoker, smoking baby. It's not a vape or a cigarette. It's true, guys. I think I'm gonna end here. We got a little done. We had fun. All right. Hopefully we improved some people's lives. Okay. I'm going to end it here. Yes, I appreciate it, Fran. Thank you, everyone who stopped in. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Dino. Thank you. Who was in here earlier? I forget. There was like 4 people. Well, if you were here before, thank you. Oh, thank you, Gage. Thank you, Lazy Bean. Thank you, everyone else who I can't see because the chat is too long, because we have been cooking so hard in here. We've been cooking the hardest. Work later, yes, friend. Dinos from Dino. That's kind of freaking real. Dancing Dino if sleep. That's true. Okay. I will be live again on Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Get some good sleep yourselves, okay? Sleep is good for you. I've been hearing this. Yeah, take care. I will be live again on Wednesday. We're going to get some freaking shit done on Wednesday. Oh, no, I said a bad word. Oh, no. Sue me. I'll see you guys then. Take care. All right. I'm clicking the button now. Goodbye.